I don't know, bro. He's got some blades on that right hand. I'll be honest with you. It's interesting to see him pick with the pick and then pick the lower chords with his fingers and the upper chord with his thumb, basically all at the same time. That's pretty cool. Don't really see that a whole lot. Yeah, thank God they haven't discovered protein, or we'd be fucked. Yeah, like that thin barbecue. Thank God. I was about to say that's 100% Japanese. Not even a doubt in my mind that guy's Japanese. You might have got away with like South Korean, but even then, like this that he not only does he look like the Japanese style would look, but it's not, it's something about like that technical proficiency. I don't really. I feel like the South Korea is so into like K-pop. I feel like that wouldn't really do so well there, whereas it would do a lot better in Japan, where J-pop is not as big, but they love metal. The problem with Japan is they're so fucking far away. Like Japan and Australia are huge problems for the metal industry because it's like, is it even worth it? So they both of those places have huge underground metal scenes that don't really go anywhere, and no one really comes to them. Like fuck, it's hard enough to get what? No, because it's fucking hard enough to get European bands to the United States, where they're definitely going to make at least a little bit of money. That's fine. No rush, brother. I've taken my drugs, so it's about an hour or so. I'll be flying high. You got time. Bro, I like to get my back blown out. That's how I've always enjoyed it. Like I like to just float away. I like to be annihilated. I don't like to still be functioning. My back blown out. That's how I've always enjoyed it. Like I like to just you know. It's like what we going soft? Absolutely not. Never me. I like to be annihilated. I don't like to still be functioning. My back blown out. That's how I've always enjoyed it. I like to just It's like what we going soft? Absolutely not. Never me. I like to be annihilated. I don't like to still be functioning. My back blown out. That's how I've always enjoyed it. It's like what we going soft? Absolutely not. Never me. Do you have the stream live or no? Do you have the stream live or no?
All right, now the stream should hear me. Okay. Oh, okay, now we actually got to do some shit. All right, now the stream should hear me. Okay. All right, so we're in the Kia back.
Okay, I am here, and you're like, I'm like 10 seconds behind, by the way. Nothing you can do about it.
Hey, you should be lucky you're only 10 seconds, all right?
Oh wait, I think I did ye old speed hack. Yeah, I'm like 2 seconds behind now.
What? That's impressive.
Yeah, I was watching one of the co-streams and for MSI, and I think it was either I Will Dominate. I think he did it, or no, it was LS. I think where he just does
Same
whenever
person.
he falls behind, he just hits the playback _2 speed, and then it just like catches up. It's crazy.
I've never seen that. All right, let's find some ethereal bullshit. Kinetic treats.
Now I will say it looked like Tim Henson was wearing makeup, and that I might have thought he was South Korean initially. I'm trying to remember. It was like 10 minutes ago, and I can't remember.
He definitely wears makeup. I don't know, like foundation, all that, but he's got something. I'm not hating, man. He's a pretty boy. All right.
I think I've only ever seen. Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's not. He's got a very boyish face, very youthful. If only, bro. He's probably like 3 years younger than me, but I look like I've been annihilated by life.
Yeah, very pretty boy. Pretty boy. I feel like that's the compliments he gets, right? They're like, man, you're really pretty. As
He's
our
like,
all
oh,
Asian.
thanks.
Yeah, as our all Asian superstars.
He should be like, no, bro. My mom says I'm handsome. Is it Mommy-san? No, that feels
Dude,
like some weird anime.
dude. Yeah.
Never mind.
Chill out, dude. Should we get the people what they want? Should we do camera? How do I look? Give the people what they want. Oh shit, the camera ain't even plugged in. Never mind. Abort.
So my man's got himself all excited for nothing.
Really, it's the people who are gonna get excited, yeah. I gotta listen
True,
to this
and
shit.
also real.
I poor computer can't fucking stream and load up this song. Alright, let's just work on this ethereal shit.
You know, it's never too late to start speaking English phonetically.
Why? Ethereal. Ethereal.
It's just funny how it fucks people up, man. Like I see it on such a daily basis, and I hear it on such a daily basis. I have been so jaded to the point where I just don't even say anything. I just pretend like they said the right thing. You know what I mean?
Bro, I love it when
Except for you. I'll go out of my way to fuck with you for no reason.
I love it when people are like, what, you don't speak like Filipino? You don't speak whatever? I'm like, bro, I barely speak fucking English. How the fuck do you expect me to speak another language? I was born talking this fucking language, bro.
I took English for 12 years, and this is as good as it got, okay?
That's what I'm saying, dude. You think I could do that? I took German for 5 years. Can't say shit, alright? You think I could speak another language?
You said you took it for 5 years. Motherfucker's only in high school for 4.
I took it in at middle school too. With the same, what's his face?
They
same
offer
teacher.
German at your middle school? That's crazy.
Yeah, Stripling. What is this? The same teacher. I forget his fucking name now. He's such a cool guy.
I remember his name, but I will have mercy on him and never mention it in public because I don't want people being mean to him. But yeah, he's a pretty cool cat. He definitely did not get a fair shake from kids.
Not at all. He was too much of a pushover. And he worked at Arby's and told people that.
Yeah.
It was a bad time. Yeah, he was cool. He did it for 1 year. The 1 year I took it in Stripling was the only year he taught in middle school. And then I just carried it over to high school once I got there. Oh, bang the
I think in my middle
piper.
school, we only had French or Spanish.
It was definitely just Spanish. I couldn't even tell you if there was another language offered at Stripling. I know for sure there was Spanish. There was English. And then there was 1 year of German. For only 8th graders, too.
Well, there was Stripling's version of English.
Yeah. No, I mean like real English for like the language center kids. I took normal English, which was for us special kids.
My secret power is that my dad read books, and then he said words to me.
My superpowers, I grew up in a
that's how it works or not, but
I grew up in a multicultural household that spoke different languages. And none of them made sense to me, so I was just confused the whole time.
Just Ricky from Trailer Park Boys trying to live your best life. Yo, I gotta go get my grade 10. I won't put you down like that. You got your grade 10. Have you played anything yet? I don't think I've heard you play anything.
No, for some reason it doesn't.
Through the options.
Yeah, it doesn't play because I'm hearing it, whatever the preview of the sound is, but it doesn't play, I guess, through the actual DAW. So it's just me listening to shit and not saying anything. I don't know why you can't hear it
Fair
on the
enough.
desktop, and you can't hear it through the DAW. But like I could show you things, like I could play it here. Here, I'll just go through what I got so far. I'm just picking and choosing shit, and culling the pack. That should be a preview of everything I'm looking at so far.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds not funky. Kind of funky.
I mean, funky.
I don't know why I'm so fucking obsessed with funky, by the way.
It's funky in a non-musical sense. Yeah. In like a weird sense. I gotta find a good guitar too.
So I just heard the song start playing. I'm like, what the fuck did I put it? How did? And then I was like, all right.
Oh, you really don't have much lag.
Yeah, a couple of seconds. I had to refresh it because it kept stuttering, but
it's probably when it was trying to load the fucking. It was trying to load the fucking song up for me to listen. This is one of them. This is one of them right here. Hold on, I gotta change my thing so I don't have to keep pushing this fucking button. Hello, hello. Can you still hear me?
yes, it's not that fucked.
Am I still hearable?
I guess.
Hello.
Can you not hear me?
No, I can hear you. This is one of the notes I'm gonna put in there.
I was about to say, like, I could hear me on your screen.
No, I definitely hear you. I just had to change mine to voice activity because I was tired of holding down the push to talk button. It's getting in the way of the creative flow, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's that flow you really got to be paying attention to. Talk about feel it deeply, brother. Oh, that range is kind of crazy. It like drops off into a fucking oboe almost.
Which one?
I think it was.
I mean, which one? Yeah, you can only hear one of them. I was like, which one? I was like, oh wait, you can't hear the rest of this. Yeah, it's nice. I'm pretty sure it's an oboe with whatever magic they put on it.
I'm gonna take a heavy piss real quick. My headphones are wireless, so I'll be listening.
You're so cool with wireless headphones. Wish I could have some wireless headphones.
My man's out here about to accidentally make Techno Syndrome.
I'll make whatever I
Kombat theme song.
I'll make whatever I damn well please. Oh, that one's kind of nice actually. I don't know. Nightjar? Doesn't make any sense, but it sounds nice. Fuck, if I don't use that here, I'm gonna use that for something else. Oh, I'll throw in Nordic Winds just for you. Don't even gotta listen to it.
Look, just because it's the home of the 7-foot woman. Okay? Calm down.
Did you hear it? It sounds pretty nice, actually.
Now you can play it. Let me see how to play it again. Oh, that's a nice little drone on it. Oh, that's a deep drone, brother. Okay, that sounds pretty sick.
Yeah, I lied to you. I did listen to it before I put it on the list. Too.
You know, I'll forgive you this one time.
That might actually be nice to balance out some of this crazy shit I'm about to put in here. Okay. I don't know if I have just a clean guitar. Why don't I have just a clean guitar? I have clean bass, but no clean guitar.
It's just fucking funny, these names, man. I feel like they use like a random name generator for this. They got like 30 in, and they're like, what? Fuck it.
I mean, at some point,
handle this anymore.
You have to, right? Because like everything's been called everything.
Not that scraping noise, brother. Ugh.
You don't like the pick scrape?
No, that hurts my tummy.
Oh, the Raven indeed. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Whoa.
Okay, that's pretty funky.
Whoa. Okay, so there's a nice bass line. We have two fucking groups of just bullshittery to add in there. I just need a clean guitar. Or a somewhat clean guitar. Somewhat clean guitar. Where can I make a guitar sound? I have to make one. I have to turn a piano into a guitar. I don't want to do that. really don't want to go with nylon. It just doesn't sound very good. Like, who plays with nylon strings, bro? Losers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know like culturally where that is around a lot.
Nylon strings?
I'm hearing you play it, and I have no fucking clue.
No, it's just an acoustic guitar.
Is that common?
With
Nylon strings?
yeah, it's just an acoustic guitar with shitty strings. Well, I'm sure this had good strings for the recording of the sound, but pass on that for me. I'm not a nylon string kind of guy. This might be the best I could do. About to go serenade somebody with that one.
Oh, Hylissang got married. Isn't that nice?
I guess. Is it nice? He might not enjoy it.
If I ever had to guess, one man that lives on the dangerous side, it's that motherfucker for sure, dude. Like that dude, parties guaranteed.
That dude fucks.
Have you seen how many times he has solo flash into the middle of an enemy team? He definitely fucks, bro.
That dude fucks.
That's that confidence level. That it's like such a delicate mix of idiocy and skill.
So you're saying I could be pro?
Yeah,
So
we
you're
could be
saying
the NCS. They have the silver something where it's a bunch of G-Paws playing Counter Strike professionally. It's fucking amazing.
what? I don't even know
That
what
could
you're
be
talking
us.
about. What are you talking about? What is this?
Hang on. It's silver something. Let me see.
While you do that, I'm gonna look up the chords for this fucking song.
Fair enough, brother.
Let's see what they're working with.
I can't find the exact one that I was thinking of, but apparently there's a team of Ukrainian people that the average age is 75 years and 2 months.
Well, how about a thing?
They're called the Young Guard.
Oh wow, they're so funny and witty.
Bro, they're fucking old people. Be nice.
Why, how could they have ever come up with that? It's so funny.
There was actually a clever one. It was silver or something. I can't remember what it was. Can't find it. I'm fucking over it.
The Silver Foxes.
It's
They
some shit like that,
Foxy.
man. No, they definitely just G-Pause. Ain't nothing foxy about that. They ain't no Timothy Dalton, let me tell you.
Foxy. Huh. I didn't even know old people like to play League like that. I figured that was just going to be us in 20 years.
My dad plays video games, and that man is 73 years old.
Yeah, but like League of Legends? No.
Oh.
I'm sure there are games he does play. League of Legends would not be one of them. You know what I mean?
That's probably because Riot banned all the old people.
Do you blame them?
It's like we can't let the crusties in here. Well, no, because I guess technically doesn't Tencent own Riot now, and that's China. China has preference for the older people, don't they?
I don't know. Tencent's owned Riot for a while now.
Who is that motherfucker from StarCraft who came into NA League really early, and he sold all his Riot stocks right before they got bought out by Tencent? Do you remember this guy's name?
Came from StarCraft? What are you talking like season?
Yeah, he came
3?
from StarCraft, and he was a caster.
A caster?
Yeah, he would have been there like season 1.
A caster from StarCraft who's an OG?
Yes, he did OGN, and then he did League, and then he did CS. Fuck, what is this guy's name?
What do I want to do with this? What do I want to do with
D-Man. It was fucking D-Man. God bless. I couldn't believe I forgot his name.
D-Man? I'd have to see him. Doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, it was a big deal when he came over from StarCraft, and because Riot basically like headhunted him away. Oh, this shit's ancient fucking history too. Imagine me still giving this guy digs after he's been out of casting for like 7-8 years.
Not only that, bro, you're shitting on him for like getting out of a fucking deal, like missing out on probably a nice chunk of money.
Oh yeah, huge chunk of money.
Talk about a bad investment strategy.
Oh no, I guess I thought he came from StarCraft, but he didn't. He was always in League.
Oh, okay. Well, that might have helped. You know, might have helped jog the memory.
Yeah.
Okay, some referral shit. Some referral.
His favorite game mode. They have his fucking favorite game mode listed on here in League. You'll never guess. It's ARAM.
A lot of casters play ARAM.
It's the superior way to play.
Bro, it just saves the hassle of having a shitty lane phase from your like top lane to just run it down ARAM style anyway. You've played the games with me. You've seen what it devolves into. It just evolves into ARAM. And then question mark pings. Why weren't you mid helping the fight?
You don't have to spend 35 minutes just to lose a game. It's just 18, and then you're out. You know.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I play ARAM. Is just because, like, bro, I hated being a split pusher who knows their fucking job just to get like fucking reported for griefing and shit. But like, bro, I'm a split pusher. I split push. This is what I do. You know why they're not coming to the side lane to stop me? Because they can't. But you know what I can't do? Team fight. You know what I can't do? Take on more than 3 of them. All right. You know, it's my same old gripe from always. It's just like I hate people who don't understand the game on a fundamental level, on the basics of basic level.
Never me. I know everything about League, bro.
Oh, okay. I locked the door on Kirsten. She didn't
Why did you ever
appreciate
have the
that.
door unlocked, bro? Keep that witch out. Well, you tell her to make. I can't even finish. It's
Go
so
on.
stupid. Absolutely not. I'm not gonna have any evidence against me. So while you're doing this, I'm listening to you play like little selections or whatever. I'm also scrolling through my little news outlet thing, and it said that Billy McFarland has secured funding for Fire Festival 2. Bro.
Wait, is Fire Festival that one that was on an island that no one showed up to besides the people who paid? Wasn't that Fire Fest?
Yeah, and there was no toilets. There was like half the musical acts canceled. It was a fucking nightmare, and someone gave this man enough money to do another one.
Didn't they declare that as a
also,
fucking
Ja
emergency?
Rule was there.
Didn't they declare that as like a fucking emergency? Didn't like Red Cross have to show up or some shit?
I don't know, probably. I mean, there's like 6,000 people on an island, and no one can help them.
They didn't have food, water, or none of that shit. Like, and then they couldn't get off the island because all of that shit. They're like, you can't leave until like 2 days from now. I thought they had to get like an emergency to get out of there.
It's probably true. I mean, you know, some fucking boat captains made some money that day.
I'd have been fleecing people.
Like, oh, you spent $10,000 on this ticket? I'll take 5.
Yeah, I'd have been fleecing
that's what
people.
I mean. Fuck them.
And I'm not even going to take you all the way back, bro. I'm just going to take you to a different airport so you can get out of here.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna boat ride you an hour away so you can catch a different flight.
I mean, you can swim if you want. No one's gonna stop you.
Yeah, no one's gonna stop. The sharks are pretty friendly out here.
Swimming's free, brother.
Yeah, I thought they had to call an emergency for that because there were so many people in one area with literally nothing. Not even like no amenities, but literally just nothing. And then there are a bunch of gripey white people, right? Because they all paid thousands of dollars to go to this fucking beach place and have these tents set up for them, and there's just nothing there. How that guy got arrested? How's he get enough funding? That can't be a real headline, bro. Are you sure you're not like Onion News or something?
No, this is multiple outlets reporting that.
There's no way. I thought that dude got arrested for that shit.
He definitely did, and he went to jail.
So then how would he get... I just don't understand how somebody gives him more money.
I like how when you type in his name in Wikipedia, his occupation is fraudster.
I mean, that's what he is. There's no reason to call him something he's not.
Oh, he got released to a halfway house in March of 2022.
Okay, and what? I just don't. So what? Why is he still getting? Why are people still paying him money? That'd be like, what is that dude from the fucking FPX shit? That'd be like that dude getting more fucking funding for another crypto bro scam. Like, who in their right mind would trust their fucking money to that guy again?
Oh, the FTX. FPX, I'm like, what player on FPX did that? But you're talking about FTX, the Samuel Bankman-Friedman or whatever.
I have a badge. Yeah, the
I thought
FTX
you locked the door on that woman. You lied to me.
I did.
No, you're not getting up here. Go. No.
Yeah, the FTX guy. I'd be like giving him more money for crypto, you know? Like, why would how is this just allowed? That's my question. How is that guy allowed to even try to promote anything?
It's
let
like if you
alone
fuck up enough surgeries, they ban you from doing more surgeries. You know?
I mean, bro, you fuck up enough orders, you get fired from fucking McDonald's. How did they give this guy another burger to make? You know what I mean?
It's got to be some kind of a meme, surely.
I'm telling you, that sounds like something straight out of Onion News. It's like, hey, remember that guy who made this totally shitty thing that got arrested for how shitty it was? Yeah, he's doing another one. Like, that can't be true. I refuse to believe that.
Apparently, he's a fugitive in the Bahamas.
I mean, if I lived in the Bahamas, I would say yes. You know what I mean? Like, if that was me, yes, he is still a fugitive. So apparently, the new one.
He brings back Jaw?
Yeah, probably. Fuck it, the dude was there the whole time. Why not? Why not go for round 2?
Yeah, why not? What were you gonna say if I really interrupted you?
I don't even know. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Like, I was gonna say, obviously, it's not gonna be in the Bahamas again. They have to go to like,
as he is currently a fugitive.
they have to go to like Mexico or something.
Bro, the cartel's gonna be sweating if he holds that shit in fucking Mexico. There's gonna be like 10,000 rich white people down there, bro. They're gonna have to be real careful.
I mean, let's be fair, bro. The cartel's the only reason Mexico's quote unquote safe for tourists. But that, I mean,
so you're
I don't
saying
know.
the less Americans we kill and or kidnap, the less they care? That's nuts.
They run like that Yakuza scam, bro. They're like, everything in this travel destination spot we own, so don't fucking shit where we eat. We own all of these businesses, so we need them to make money. I don't know, man. He would be dumb if he did that, because that's probably somebody you don't. You know, like if you're wanted by Mexico, it's really the cartel that wants you. You know, like Mexico could probably give a shit.
Oh, you're right. Apparently they had to call in rescue planes to come and take people out of the airport.
I'm telling you, dude, it was a huge thing. It was like a state of emergency. I mean, I'm not even trying to be like shitty. Like, it was just rich white people couldn't deal with it. Because obviously it was rich white people couldn't deal with it. But it was also like actually nothing. There were actual problems that they had nothing for anything. They didn't have water. They didn't have food. They barely had shelter, which were just those fucking pop-up gazebo things. Like, imagine that's the one you saved up money to go do, bro. Imagine you saved your paychecks.
John's gonna be there, man.
Imagine you saved your paychecks and you went to Firefest, bro. Imagine. That's the one big thing. You're like, fuck EDC, bro. I'm so cool. We're gonna go to Firefest in the Bahamas. You show up to that shit show. There were like pigs and shit on the fucking beach. They were just eating what little food people had. Oh my god. That shit's funny. I feel bad.
A little too hard at these people in flight, brother.
I feel bad, but that shit is too funny, dude. I feel like for me, it's like a case of the Letterkenny. Like, there's nothing funnier than a fart joke, except kids falling off bikes. Fuck, I could watch your kids fall off bikes all day. I feel like that's the same thing for me. Like, there's nothing funnier than a kid falling off a bike, unless you're some rich asshole who paid to go to the Bahamas for a scam festival, bro. Like, that shit's kind of funny. I feel bad for all the like
thing to me,
the normal people.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Because they wasn't all like it's probably mostly well-off people, but there were definitely some normal motherfuckers there that just got caught up
Yeah.
in the game. You know?
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, bro, they spent their money to go to that instead of EDC Vegas. They're like, you know what? I think we should try something else. Let's go to the Bahamas. It'll be fun. Oh man, that feel to be fair, that's less easy to see as a scam than like FTX was. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot
Can
harder to suss out.
Can I ask you an honest question?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna ask you an honest question here. Do you think there was one person at both Fire Festival, and also the raid on Area 51? Do you reckon there was one person that went to both of those events?
Nah, the rating on Area 51 wasn't that big and mostly poor people. Let's be fair. I bet you there were some crypto bros with their money in FTX who went to that shit. Oh man,
I like the idea that Sam Bankman-Fried would just be like shitting in a tent.
bro! I bet he was fucking there. Him and that fucking weird bitch, bro. That fucking chick who was the head of whatever that thing that they're trying to blame it on was is like the epitome of you're not fucking ugly, you're just poor. she went from being like a fucking crypto bro to having an OnlyFans in like a month.
Hey, man, life's hard out there for the crypto bros.
Oh man, dude, that's like the funniest glow up I've ever seen in my life. It's like that chick went from being like the cash me outside girl to like the cash me outside girl. You know what I mean? Oh, that shit cracks me up every time.
I'm trying to find this person that you're talking about.
That chick, it was with the whatever research place. I forget the name of it. Almeida Research.
Yes, you're talking about that blonde girl or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, she has light hair. She was the CEO of Almeida Research. You know, they were like they all got crazy, did drugs, like smoked fucking meth and fucked each other. And like, bro, when you look at her before and after picture, it's like, oh, you're the epitome of you're not ugly, you're just poor. Good to know. Good to know. It gives you hope. You know what I mean? You see her and you're like, oh, I just need to make some more money. I gotta do a couple fucking crypto scams and I can look beautiful. That's nice. It's good to know. It's good to have in the back of the brain, you know? Those days you're feeling down about yourself. You just remember that fucking Almeida Research bitch could have had an OnlyFans at the end of their fucking run.
Are you talking about this like 19-year-old looking girl?
She does look young, yeah. Have you not seen
I
her
thought this
before
was
and
the
after?
Twitter CEO now.
I hope not. That bitch was running the front scam for fucking well, it wasn't even the front. I forgot. Did they? No, they did because they blamed it all on Almeida Research. That's the only reason she got caught up in that shit. Yeah, she was the fucking fall man for that FTX scam. So I hope she's not the fucking Twitter CEO. She did a shitty job as CEO of Almeida Research.
You're not talking about the Theranos girl, right?
I don't know. What is that?
Or maybe we're talking. This is the Theranos lady.
It'll be easier if I just found
No,
what I
you
was
can't
talking
talk
about.
about them. It might not hurt. I'm just gonna all of a sudden start googling fucking female CEOs, and my FBI agent's gonna just raise an eyebrow.
She's a 28-year-old Harry Potter friend, Carolina Ellison. Let's see.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's like she looks. I don't think this is who you're thinking of.
Nah, she looks ugly in most pictures you can find, but I'm telling you, You gotta see her at the end of this. Yeah. Because when you just pull up her normal picture, that's what I'm talking about. But then find a picture when they're like going to court and shit, bro. The glow up is crazy. They like to use her little nerdy picture for all of her fucking for like all of the shit. But she has like a glow up.
Oh
season.
shit, I see it, bro.
Do you find it? I'm
Yeah,
telling
I
you, bro.
see it. There's like a YouTube thumbnail with it in there. Oh my goodness gracious.
She goes from being like the head of your fucking chess club to having an OnlyFans in like a few years. It's nuts. Again, it's to me, it's the epitome of you're not ugly, you're just poor. Cause like, look at her, bro. when you pull up her normal, just like LinkedIn profile picture, you're like, what the fuck? But then you see her like when she's going to court for all this shit, you're like, what the fuck? Where the fuck did this come from? Yeah, it's funny. Nothing apparently could help old Sam, or he just didn't give a shit. One of the two. Won't go with the latter, just didn't give a shit. Yeah.
Well, that dude's got shit stuffed in the mattress now, dog.
Who's Sam?
Yeah, he for sure's got money in the mattress now.
Yeah. I'm surprised he got a.
Nah, he might be stupid enough to like trust another exact scam that he ran. You know what I mean? He might believe in it that much.
All I'm saying, if I see him endorse something,
do you reckon he is?
if I see that man endorse something, I'm getting on that bandwagon and pumping and dumping with him. You know what I mean? We all make some fucking money. All right, guys. I know the last one was a scam. I know the last one was a scam.
But trust me, it's time to invest in KB Toys.
But trust me on this one. What was that fucking thing Logan Paul did? Zoo, whatever? This one's real.
Bro, on the subject of scam artists,
we're gonna talk about how
one
Logan...
day I hope to have a fandom mode. What's that?
What? Go ahead. You finish.
Oh fuck. Oh, I look forward to the day when I have like the majority of my audience is 12-year-olds and I can just tell them to buy my merchandise or not my fans.
Yeah, or crypto, because they should be allowed to do that too. Bro, I thought we were going to talk about.
He wasn't even like the worst offender. FaZe was.
Who?
The FaZe Fortnite players, man.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
They were huge into that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they got swept up in the FTX shit too, though. Like 90% of all of them, bro.
I don't know if
TSM,
it was FTX, but it was
TL, like half of the
bro,
big
the
organizations. Yeah, half of the big
TL
organizations.
was not a FTX.
No, don't front, bro. They were on that shit. Go check the fucking what is it? Go check the Epstein list, bro. They're there. Go check the Epstein list. I thought
Steve Arneset for sure isn't on there, but fucking Nazgul might be.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I thought we were talking about another scam for Logan, brother. I thought we were going to talk about the other Logan Paul actually fighting a boxer and getting his ass whooped. Talk about a long-running scam of thinking you're a boxer.
Oh, did he actually? Who did he fight?
A Fury? Fuck, Tommy Fury. Bro, not only did you fight somebody, you fought a legacy fighting family, bro. You fought somebody whose brother is that literal heavyweight champion GOAT right now. Like, you didn't think that dude could box? Like, what's up?
Oh, hold on. He fought Tyson Fury's little brother, who is
Yeah.
currently a professional boxer with an undefeated record.
Yeah, technically Logan had an undefeated Logan? Jake. Technically Jake had an undefeated record too. I know you can't see my air quotes, but I know you feel my air quotes.
Yeah, I get it. But why on the planet Earth would you fight a professional boxer with that's 9-0?
That dude literally got caught up in his own
Even
juju.
fathom that.
He got caught up in his own juju, bro.
He
You know,
really thought.
you know
He
how
really thought he could win that.
You know when I realized that he thought he could win that? As I remember Ryan telling me he thought he was an actual boxer. I was like, oh, fuck, dude, I forgot he sold this. Like, I forgot that he sold this and that he's drinking his own fucking urine right now, dude. Like, he's drinking his own goddamn Kool-Aid. He really thought he could fight that. And then, like, the worst part is everyone who doesn't understand boxing, his fans, watch that fight and go, he didn't do that bad. Like, bro, the dude can't fight backing up. And every time he fucking decided to walk forward, he walked into Tommy's fucking hands, bro. Like, yeah, but he hit Tommy like twice. Yeah, and Tommy ate that shit for breakfast and kept walking forward. Like, he can't fight. He's just not a fighter, bro. He's not a good boxer. And I'm gonna say all this with a caveat. If he earned my respect for fighting an actual boxer, bro. The dude who was getting his ass whooped by a fucking 50-year-old retired MMA person, or Anderson Silva, old retired MMA champion, who was whooped. Like, everyone was like, because the build up for I'm going all over the place. The build up for the Tommy fight was him just keep saying how he KO'd fucking Anderson Silva. And it's like, did anybody else watch that fight, or was it just me? You were literally losing that fight until the last round, and you caught him doing Anderson Silva shit, where he puts his hands down and he's fucking dancing in front of you. And you caught that 50-year-old fucking man on the chin, and you sent him to the fucking shadow realm. Like, do you expect me to think that means you're a good boxer? You were getting your fucking ass whooped by a 50-year-old retired MMA fighter, bro. And you caught him in the last round of the last seconds. Like, am I supposed to expect, like, am I the only person who saw that fucking fight? Am I the only person who pirated that shit and watched it? Like, what's going on? And then somehow he thought because he KO'd that guy in the last round that he was going to go fight an undefeated boxer who's just starting their boxing career too. Oh, except you fought a fucking Fury. A legacy fighting family suit, bro. All of the Furies have fought in some form of boxing throughout their entire lives. Well, how did you think that was going to go for you, dude? And it went bad. It went terrible. He got his ass whooped. He got humbled. You know how bad he got his ass whooped? He wants to take MMA fights now. That's how bad he got his fucking ass whooped, bro. The dude retired him from boxing.
I looked at it was almost a split decision. Like, Fury almost lost that by votes.
It wasn't even
That's
split.
crazy that Jake Paul would score a 74.
Bro, one judge. One judge was smoking fucking crack. Because every other judge, if you look at the scorecards, had the same score for the same rounds. And it made sense. And that one judge was paid off, bro. That one judge was watching a whole nother fight, was jerking off to the money that the Pauls gave him. I have no idea. Felt bad that Jake got his ass whooped for fucking 12 rounds. Or 8 rounds. I have no idea what the fuck that judge was doing. But if you look at the other two judges who scored it correctly, you can see that they're pretty universal on how that fight went. And it's just that one crackpot smoking judge. Trust me, bro. Even Jake Paul, if you watch the shit, Jake Paul goes, I can't believe I won that shit. You can see it in his face when they give him that one judge gives him the fucking nod. And he's like, huh? Like, yeah, dude, no one else thought that. Besides, there's only one judge in this whole one person in the whole goddamn arena who thought you won over half of those rounds. And it's this crackpot smoking judge right here, dude. No one else in that fucking arena thought you won that fight. Even your fans know you got your ass whooped, dude. Like I said, he earned my respect.
So you think...
What?
Do you think that Jake Paul getting into MMA, what are the chances that the first person he tries to bring back into the ring is Chuck Liddell?
Bro, Chuck Liddell would whoop his ass. I honestly don't know why people don't understand.
So bad.
I don't know why people don't understand the difference between MMA and that. Like, it was like Tyson Fury got mad that Joe Rogan said John Jones. If he got locked in a room with John Jones, Tyson Fury and fucking John Jones got locked in a room, that he's putting all his money on fucking John Jones. Like, yeah, who wouldn't, dude? You know what? You know how long?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, dude. You know the one thing that Tyson Fury can do to win that fight is catch him coming in the first 1 second that John decides to attack him, and he has to and then, like, bro, you have to tell me you hit harder than some of the people he's fucking fought in his career with fucking 8-ounce gloves, bro? Are you kidding me? This dude's taking fucking punches from like Gustafsson right to the fucking dome, bro, with the smallest gloves that are legally allowed outside of bare knuckle fighting. And you're telling me that Tyson Fury is gonna crack this dude? Nah, bro. He's gonna get his leg chopped with an oblique kick, right? He's gonna get his knee inverted, and then John Jones is either gonna beat the shit out of him or strangle him and leave the room. Like, you're fucking high on crack. You know why you never see boxers cross over into MMA? Because there's just not a fight. There's at least somewhat of a fight if an MMA goes into boxing, which we've seen, right? We've seen it happen plenty. There's a reason it doesn't go the other way. It's because there's no chance. There's absolutely zero chance a boxer is going to fight anyone in MMA and win. Absolutely zero chance, dude. They can't cross over the same. But Tyson Fury's making shit up. I'm like, well, just put your money where your mouth is. Come on over, bro. No, you think the UFC is going to stop you from fighting John Jones? Dude, they would promote it to the ends of the fucking world. Just come on over. Come find out. come see what it's about, bro. Just come size up John Jones for a minute.
I did not realize that John Jones was that fucking big. Oh my goodness.
Well, he is now because he went to heavyweight.
Because I thought John Jones was like a smaller guy.
He is. He was a light heavyweight, but he put on the bulk. He literally put on 40 pounds of just pure muscle. The dude squats like 480 pounds, bro. Like, he went actually insane to go up to heavyweight.
Wait, I'm thinking of whose nickname is Mighty Mouse?
Oh, Mighty Mouse is literally the exact opposite. Yeah, that's Demetrius Johnson.
Okay, that's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, that guy's literally 125 pounds. He's the exact opposite.
Okay,
of John
that's
Jones.
The guy I was thinking of, because I was like, wait, 6'5"? What the fuck?
Yeah, Demetrius Johnson
this guy being this big.
That dude is the GOAT, though. I think pound for pound, if he fought John Jones at the same weight, same height, whatever, he beats John Jones. He's just so much of a better technical fighter. But, no one cares about the little guys. You know what's crazy about... You're going to get me on a rant, bro. It's crazy about Demetrius Johnson is he fought Rodtech, one of the undisputed pound-for-pound best Muay Thai fighters ever. They did the world's first mixed fight where the first round was Muay Thai, second round was MMA. You know what round it stopped at? I bet you can't take a wild guess of how far that fight went. Take a wild guess there, bro. Hit me with your best shot.
I was peeing. I thought you were ranting pretty good. I was like, I got an opportunity to go pee now. But it was, I don't even know how many rounds it would go. Like 3 or 4, maybe?
It was 5 rounds, and it swaps fight styles every other round, right? So first round's Muay Thai, second round's MMA, third round's Muay Thai, fourth round's MMA. And it was Mighty Mouse, one of the undisputed GOATs of the world, versus Rogtang, which is one of the undisputed GOATs of martial art, or Muay Thai. Like, literally one of the best. How many rounds do you think it'll last?
You said? Wait, it goes 5 rounds, you said?
Yeah, 5 rounds, swapping every other round. Or swapping every round.
Did he get 1 rounded?
No, it was 2 rounds, bro.
Well, I got 2 rounded. Okay, I was about...
Yeah, he made it out of the first round, and then the Rogtang, made it out of the first round. It went to MMA, and fucking Mighty Mouse just double legs that motherfucker to the ground and strangles him unconscious. This is why you don't see people cross over into MMA. It's just no fight. Even when you give them the best chance, they're like, first round, Rod Tang, do your thing. Knock them the fuck out. Because if you don't knock them out, you know what's going to happen next round. You're going to get strangled unconscious. And sure as shit, Mighty Mouse even fought back. It's not even like Mighty Mouse was just running for a whole round. Mighty Mouse was standing there and banging with that motherfucker. He got cracked one good time, made it out of the round. Second round, immediate double leg right to the fucking floor and just strangled his ass, bro. Like, this is why. This is why you don't have crossover fights between, you know, other sports into MMA. This is why MMA fighters go outside of MMA to fight. Because it's actually entertaining. There's nothing entertaining about knowing the outcome of a fight. That's so funny, dude.
Yeah, that's what's interesting because when I was watching clips from like the very first couple of UFCs, because you can watch some of those for free.
Yeah. Oh, they're all free.
It was
yeah,
like all
of
these different. It was like all of these different fucking like styles or whatever, but the jiu-jitsu guys or the grapplers were winning like every single fucking fight, even against people like 100 pounds heavier than them.
Yeah, you know who started UFC, right? It was the Gracies. They started it to prove how superior Brazilian jiu-jitsu was compared to anything else. And actually, the jiu-jitsu guy who's winning all of that was that Huron? Hoyler. It was Hoyler Gracie, who was all of 165 pounds. Just absolutely strangling people unconscious, dude. That's what's so funny when people always bring out, they're like, grappling's not the best martial art. Other things are. It's like, nah, we settled this at UFC 1, bro. Grappling's the dominant martial art. You can say everything you want. You can talk all the shit you want, man. No one knows what it's like till you get pulled to the fucking deep waters and strangled. And everyone found out at UFC 1. All the way up to like UFC 3, man. The motherfuckers, the Gracies were strangling everybody. They took no prisoners. Yeah, that's who started the UFC. And then, obviously, the Furtada brothers. I forget their actual names. And Dana White bought it out in 2001 or whatever and turned it around for a few billy.
Well, you know, that's one of the benefits of Saudi Arabian money right there, brother.
Yeah. Why? Speaking of them, why is it every time we talk about like the Forbes top 100 richest people in the world that it's never like the Saudi prince? Like, do we just all agree not to talk about them because they're so rich? Or are we just not allowed to talk about them because they're so rich?
I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like it's better if America doesn't know how much money they give them. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? It's fine.
Bro, they have, I mean...
We'll put a couple of Chinese people on there, a couple of fucking Russians, who cares?
Yeah. Bro, like, if God had a wealth, it would be however much the Saudis own. You know what I mean? Like if you could put a nominal price on God's wealth, it's however much the Saudis have.
Yeah, that's true. They just do whatever, man. And I almost respect it. If it wasn't so shit, I'd respect it more.
Bro, they're like the UAE is so fucking safe. You could just wear a diamond chain and walk down the street. It's like, yeah, because everyone there is 10 times richer than you could ever be. Like, what do you mean? Of course it's safe, bro. There's literally nothing you possess that they couldn't buy. Nothing. There's nothing that you could possess that they couldn't buy.
It's like they literally built an island, brother. Like, what more do you want?
You know how crazy the UAE is? They control their own weather. They make it rain there through science, bro. They just throw money at the sky and they're like, yeah, we need some rain today, fucker. Like, that's how fucking filthy rich they are.
When they had the World Cup there, that was the main concern. It's like, how are these players going to play in 120-degree heat with the sun bearing down on them? And the Saudis were like, don't worry about it, brother.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
We're going to turn warm to cold.
Yeah. What do you mean, don't worry about it? We have money. You have money? Yeah, we just take this money, we throw it at the sky, and it does what we want. That's how much money we have. Elon Musk sending rocket ships to Mars. We're sending rocket ships to the atmosphere of pure gold, brother. How nuts
When
is
I
that?
was thinking about that just now, this thing, it's fucking crazy, bro. It's like so uncomfortable, and it's one of those things like it's hard to even imagine.
You can't fathom the wealth that is in the UAE. It's unfathomable. Like I said, the Saudi prince alone, like the ruler of the UAE, his wealth is just, I don't think you can actually put a number to it. It's disgusting how much money they actually have. Like I said, they have enough money they can just change the weather on a whim. That's how much money they fucking have.
Abu Dhabi?
Yeah. United Emirates. They can just
United
make their
Arab
own weather.
Emirates.
Yeah. You know it. It's the same shit.
I know what you mean.
They have so much money they just change the weather. They have a golf course in the middle of the fucking desert that has some of the best fucking grass you can find anywhere in the world. In the middle of a fucking desert. They have a ski slope in the middle of a fucking desert, bro. They have a whole outdoor beach that's in the middle of a fucking desert. The amount of shit that they can just do is just crazy. It's just fucking nuts, bro. That's why I said if I could ever become a UFC fighter, I would always want to fight in the UAE. I would just live there. That would just be my place of residency.
You just be like the Vegas showman, but Filipino man in
Yeah.
Syria
Yeah, dude.
or Saudi Arabia.
I'd be like, hey man, just give me some money. I'll throw a fight. I'll let your brother fuck me up, dude. Just throw me a couple milli.
Did you beat them?
Bro, I'll
No.
tell you right now, the face that Vince McMahon made when the UAE called him, I can't even. I mean, he probably nutted so hard he ruined like 2 pairs of pants. Like,
Bro, you're saying that. You know how fucking excited Dana White was when they were like, yeah, you can have Fight Island here. He's like, bro, it's UAE.
oh yeah, true.
Fuck COVID. We can do what we want. You want to have people fight here? We would like to watch some fights. Bring that shit over here. And he was like, Fight Island is now in Abu Dhabi. They're like, bro, we're so rich. We don't care about COVID. It's not a problem here. We just money it away. Bro,
But you know, those fights were a lot more intense. It's like when you were watching football without a crowd and you could just
Yeah.
hear everyone smacking into each other. Oh
Bro.
my goodness.
that's one of the reasons I loved pride fighting. Yep, it's over there. The Japanese are so cool when they're watching martial arts. They're so fucking whisper quiet that you could hear the motherfuckers taking the breath out of another dude with a body shot. You could just hear the flop into the like, dude, immaculate. It's one of my favorite
Like
things.
that first elbow to the head. Ugh.
Yeah, the leg kicks where you just hear it go.
Or like hearing the fucking that's what I was about to say. And you can hear like the reverb from like the bone into
Yeah.
the meat. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever watch pride fighting, but if you ever want to go on a nostalgic trip to watch some crazy, because the Japanese don't give a fuck about shit. They like fun fights, so they'll put like somebody like Bob Sapp who's like 300 pounds against somebody who's 102 pounds. They're just like, we love this shit. Go for it. They love that weird shit. So I don't know if you ever watch pride fighting, but if you ever want to go down some of that shit, dude, one of the best organizations ever. Not only that, they
I've
finesse
seen
the
some clips
UFC.
from it. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's one of the best, bro. You want to talk like you like fucking Keith Chargene? Keith, what the fuck? The Iceman? Why can't I say his name? Keith Jardine?
Chuck Liddell.
Chuck Liddell. Who the fuck am I?
Chuck
talking
Liddell
about?
was the Iceman.
Who the fuck am I saying?
Oh, are you? You're not talking about? God bless. Is it Quebble or Cobble?
Fuck, I don't know.
Oh
dude.
fuck, Cope. What the fuck was his name?
My words are so fucked up right now.
Was it like a Russian guy?
No. Questionably, could have been Russian, I guess.
Yeah, those freak show fights. They did one of those freak show fights in the fucking UFC, and Kimbo Slice murdered that dude.
Yeah.
Like
They
literally, the guy fucking died after his fight with Kimbo Slice.
Bro, are you talking about Dada 5000? You know that was Kimbo Slice's bodyguard? Is that what you're talking about? Where
Oh,
they
was
both,
it? He killed his own bodyguard?
where
Jesus
they
Christ.
both like suffered a heart attack in the middle of that fight? It was like one of the worst UFC
I
fights
watched
ever.
it.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah,
I've only watched one UFC fight in my whole life, and it was that one.
Dude, that was the worst UFC fight ever. Those dudes were gassed out by minute 3. that dude
I can't
suffered
remember
a
how
heart
old I was,
attack,
but it
bro.
was at the bar I was at.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and you can see them like they looked like they were both about to die. And it was it like the second round, maybe like the beginning of the second round or something? Like they were both completely gassed.
Dude, that was the
It was
beginning
so
of the
fucking
second round.
atrocious.
After the end of the first round, neither of them could almost stand up, bro. Both of them labored off
Okay,
of the
so I was
stools.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, yeah, that was Donna 5000 who died. God rest his soul, I guess. That was fucking Kimbo Slice's bodyguard for the longest time. And then he started an MMA career right before Kimbo Slice got his break into the UFC through the Ultimate Fighter. Which, funny note, that was also the Ultimate Fighter that Brendan Schaub and fucking Big Country was in. What was his name? Big Country. Oh. Roy something. He ended up winning that. Yeah, that was the same season. Brendan Schaub was in, Big Country, Roy something, and fucking Kimbo Slice. That's how he got his start in the UFC. And Dada 5000 started his UFC career, MMA career, like right before Kimbo did. And then somehow they ended up fighting. And that dude suffered a fucking heart attack and died. What a crazy story. I can't
So
believe you
fucking
even know
tragic.
that.
That's not all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the only fight I've ever watched from beginning to end because it was just on at this bar I was at, and everyone was excited.
Yeah, beginning to end.
Slice.
That shit was over in the first round where they couldn't stand up anymore. Dude, by the end of the third, they were literally just leaning on each other and leaning on the cage. That's so hilarious. I would never guess you would have known about that fight.
That's what I'm saying.
What a world.
I know weird stuff, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that was his fucking bodyguard, dude. How crazy is that? He ended up killing his own bodyguard. That's why he donated so much money to him afterwards. It's because, like, he actually personally knew him. He knew his family. He knew all those fucking people, bro. That's why he donated so much money after that dude died. And everyone was like, thought he just felt bad. It's like, no, he feels worse than bad, bro. Whatever feeling worse than bad is, that's what Kimbo felt about that shit. Because he literally murdered a friend. You know, well, it wasn't murder. The guy, they were both terribly out of shape, and he suffered a heart attack. It's not like he actually murdered him. If anything, Dada 5000 murdered himself.
Yeah, by a lifetime of poor eating decisions.
Yeah.
And then deciding to get into a ring and fist fight for 12 minutes before you fucking die of heart attack.
Bro, imagine fighting somebody you knew you couldn't put away. You know, like, both of them knew they weren't going to put each other away, you know? They both cracked each other with good shots in, like, the first minute and a half. They both got cracked with big shots, and then they both just stood there. After that, bro, just tap out. Make it a DC, you know? Like, or a no decision, you know what I mean? Like, no contest. Like, after the first round, it's just like, all right, we'll try again tomorrow. We'll try again next week, guys. Good job. Everybody, good job in there. You guys fought your heart outs. Well, we'll continue second round in a week from now. Oh, man. Fucking Dada 5000. God rest his soul, dude. He was actually, like, that's why it was such a big fight, because that dude was, like, just destroying people, dude. Just flatlining people up until he ran into Kimbo.
He got famous. Did he get famous on YouTube, or was it? Oh fuck! What was it back then?
Kimbo?
Kimbo Slice, because I know there was memes of him back then.
Oh no, dude! I grew up watching Kimbo's backyard fights. No, it was YouTube. They're like 12 years old, bro. I was watching that shit back in the day. They were doing backyard fights, and it was Kimbo fighting everybody. One of his best fights, if you ever want to watch one on, it's still on YouTube. He fucking knocked this dude's eye out of socket. He was fucking him up so bad because it was bare knuckle in the backyard. Funnily enough, you know that's how fucking Jorge Masvidal. That's where he started too. Literally in Kimbo's backyard fights. That's where he got that. That was Kimbo's whole credit to fame. If
really?
he was just on,
What about Jesus?
yeah, Miami Jesus, game bread.
That's fucking nuts.
You can see like a 16-year-old to 18-year-old. I don't know how old he was. But he was like 16 to 18, and Kimbo Slice's backyard fighting motherfucker. That was Kimbo Slice's claim to fame. He was just videotaping his shit on YouTube of him fighting motherfuckers in his backyard on some like hood shit, bro. On some like real life hood shit. It was just fighting people in his backyard and putting that shit on YouTube. And then, people caught wind of it. They started talking about it. He got famous. He was doing a bunch of memes and shit. Like, he was on so many other YouTuber shit with punching people in the gut. You know what I mean? Whatever YouTube fad was back there, he was on their channels punching people in the gut.
Yeah, I recall. That's what I remember him from.
Yeah. Fond memories. I was watching that shit way back in the day. It was one of the first. It was that and bum fights. You remember bum fights? It was in the same era.
I remember bum fights. I remember downloading bum fights from fucking LimeWire.
Yeah, LimeWire. Yeah. So bum fights and Kimbo Slice were going on at basically the same time. Bum fights started, and then Kimbo Slice was like, dude, I could just do that, but by myself, fucking up people in my backyard. So Kimbo Slice just started doing those fights. And then, the rest is history, I guess. Yeah, those are basically the same time period. Bum fights was just a little bit before Kimbo. But it was like bum fights, and then right after bum fights started getting really, really popular, Kimbo started popping up on his shit. Man, that's a crazy memory trip right now. What a crazy world we lived in. Fucking early 2000s, dude. What a fucking weird
we
world that was.
How uncensored the internet really was.
Oh, I knew, bro. You could see dead bodies by going to E-Bomb's World. You remember E-Bomb's World, dude? You could just see dead bodies on that shit. Yeah, you could just see dead bodies, bro. Like,
homie, they still steal other people's content and post it as their own to this day, bro. To this day.
I mean, why would you stop what got you to the dance?
They have not changed a fucking bit. Yeah, exactly.
Why change? I wouldn't. If I bought
bro, everyone knows how to find out where you got this from. We all know how to do that.
Yeah, this isn't fucking 2003 anymore, asshole.
Yeah, because the internet, it was hard to find shit, so that they had like the fucking Finding Nerds.
That's why I went to E-Bomb's World. They had all
they had them on it. All right.
They had the weird shit. They had the good shit. They had the meme shit. Like, they had everything, bro. And they even had the bum fights and Kimbo Slice shit on there sometimes. It was so weird.
We had Newgrounds.
Oh, I love Newgrounds.
Time of change.
I played so many fucking games on Newgrounds, bro. It's disgusting. One of my favorite memes I still use sometimes to this day is the fucking crab battle. The snake.
With the Sonic one?
No, with Snake from fucking Metal Gear. Have you ever seen that? Oh my god.
I definitely have. I don't remember it.
Crab battle. And he's like sitting there, he's like crawling through a fucking cave, and there's like a crab, and he's like, oh my god, it's staring right at me. They're like, just stab it, Snake, with your knife. He's like, okay. He's like QCB, quick slash, retract. Quick slash, retract. And then he does it again, and he like grabs his knife and breaks it, and he's like, oh god, crab battle. Bro, I'm gonna make that into a fucking song now. I'm gonna make a crab battle remix. Crab battle. Do you remember?
Newgrounds still exists.
Yeah. I'm sure it does. Do you remember Bobby? Bobby Montgomery, Robert.
Boober. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, Booby. He's the one who showed me all that shit. God bless his soul. That dude was a weeb before I knew what weebs were. You know? Well, I don't want to dox this guy.
Yeah, he was really in the trenches.
I'll tell remind me to tell you this.
He was doing the work.
Remind me to tell you this whenever I'm done with the stream. I don't want to dox this guy.
Okay.
Because that shit, it's like weird and funny and like definitely some like early 2000s shit. But then I saw where like he is today, and I was like,
I was about to say,
oh, some of the pieces are coming together a little too hard. I'll tell you about it though. I don't want to put his business out there because I like him. You know, I don't want to put him out there like that. Who knows? He might see this shit.
He was nice to me. By God.
Yeah, exactly. He was really cool. He was one of the better of Sean's friends that I ever met. You know what I mean? But it's because he was just a nerd, so we played WoW together and shit. And then it was like really between like your brother and like him. You know what I mean? Like I gotta go with him. Although your brother did buy me a lot of cigarettes, so there's always that.
Yeah, he was a very nice man back then. Very nice young man.
Your brother or Bobby? Both?
Both of them.
Both of them were very well distinguished gentlemen back at that time.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I've gone back and watched a couple of like these early 2000s like action movies and stuff, and it's like, bro, like there is some like post 9/11 was wild for America.
Yeah, dude.
From like 2000 past, it's like, oh, so it changed.
Did you ever watch that? Oh yeah, I showed you that shit, right? From like my old YouTube channel, like the first shit I used to post. Your brother's in that shit.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. I was watching Crank 2, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the some of the racism in that movie and the first one, I'm like, fucking Christ. And then you watch something else and they're just like dropping casual F words. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my goodness. But like pre-2000, none of that stuff existed, basically. Because like 9/11 just fucked it all up. It's like we get to like the Jason Bourne era of movies where it's all about invading the Middle East.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's starting to make sense how this whole process works.
Bro, I keep trying to figure.
That's why I laugh when I see like my whole.
Go ahead.
Go on.
Oh, I was just.
So no, go.
No, mine's off topic, bro. Mine's off topic. It's not worth it.
So was mine.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's funny when I'm like looking at my Facebook news or whatever, and there's like 6 articles all about how cartels are killing Americans in Mexico or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, this is so crazy because this is like they're not gonna like invade Mexico, obviously, but they're looking for a reason to send someone down there. Don't give it to us, please.
Bro, if I was president, I would have been over there already. I'd have pulled everybody out of the other side of the world and been like, I don't give a fuck what you're doing in Ukraine, bro. Do what you got to do. I can't judge. We invaded Iraq and Afghanistan and Baghdad, bro. Like, I ain't got no room to judge. All right? Do you. You go invade Ukraine. Give a fuck about that actor dude anyway. I'd have been putting all our forces in South America. 100%. Not to, like, invade, but, like, to help.
That's just, yeah, that's
help.
the craziest fucking thing is like if the United States gets into Mexico, do you really think it's going to stop there?
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, all of South America,
like,
bro. I would do all
don't
of
do
South.
it. It's what I would tell the aliens. If the aliens are listening right now, aliens, if you're listening, just blow up the planet right now. Do not let humans escape this prison.
I don't know, dude. I think having an alien political party would be kind of sick.
It would be sick, but also like humanity is destroyers in nature, and they multiply so fast.
Well, I mean, nature's a destroyer,
and they figure
of nature.
stuff out. Like, but what I'm saying is, like, at humanity's core, it has to kill things to survive.
Yeah, I mean, all nature does. That's just the way of nature. We're not that far removed from nature. We're pretty in line with what it has going on.
I just wouldn't trust humans in space, bro. Just do not let us colonize another planet because it's over for any other living life in the galaxy.
I had to like actually argue about that with like almost this topic with somebody on Twitter. They're like, man, there's never a reason for violence or, you know, whatever that kind of pacifist shit is. I'm like, there's always some reason, bro. Like, just because you like to be a pacifist doesn't mean that's not what it is. In fact, the default of nature is pretty violent. I don't know if you're aware of this, but nature is a pretty violent place just in general. And they're like, no, what's violent about nature? I'm like, literally anything. Whatever you can find that's not violent about nature, I can give you 5 examples as to why it would be violent in nature. And then they blocked me.
How many people do you reckon died in natural disasters and shit every day? Like, it's gotta be a pretty high number.
Yeah, it's not even that.
It's one of those things where it's like, we talking over each other a lot today, brother.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah. It's not even just natural. Like, the universe itself is violent, bro. There's black holes. There's stars that explode. There's cosmic impacts that destroy entire worlds. Like what do you, like, I was trying to explain this guy, like, what do you mean? The entirety of the universe, the default is violence. Just because you like to be pacifist, which I'm not hating on. I think there needs to be a balance, right? There needs to be peace for all the violence that's in the universe. But like, bro, by default, nature's pretty violent place. There's not much pacifism in nature.
The Bill Burr quote is somewhere along the lines of, "Not every ass whooping just falls out of the sky." You know?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, the same Bill Burr.
Sometimes he earned it.
The same quote, not the same quote, but another Bill Burr quote is, "There's never a reason to hit a woman? Not one?" I could think of a few. There's never a good reason to hit a woman. That is from
earlier in that bit that I quoted.
Yeah, that's why I said, I was saying this.
Rihanna bit he does.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same quote, but it's not technically the same quote. It's another quote. There's not one good reason to hit him. I could think of a few. Oh my god, we don't deserve Bill Burr, bro. He's too good for us.
I will give you some free knowledge. I do not like stand-up comedy. I just do not give a fuck. There are so many of them that are just not funny that I've seen that are supposed to be hilarious. But there's like 4 comedy specials that I loved, and it was those 2 Bill Burr ones. So it was that one, and then the one before that in black and white. There's a special, the Bill Cosby himself special, and then Christopher Titus, Norman Rockwell is Bleeding. Those are the only 4 stand-up shows I like, and I've seen so many.
I really like the the Eddie Murphy Raw. I remember I watched that shit when it came out with Mom and them, and I didn't understand it fully, and then I like rewatched it when I got a little bit older, and I found that shit so funny. Eddie Murphy Raw, I know it's like one of those like big ones that everyone says, but that shit was so funny. And like how fucking homosexual, how homophobic he is in that is just the fucking icing on the cake, because it brings me back to like what we were talking about, like just how wild the fucking 90s were. Like, bro, it's so wild that fucking nutty professor was dropping hard F's, you know, like he was not afraid to call some gay people some shit in that whole special, while wearing an entire one-piece fucking leather jumpsuit thing. Like, God, Jesus, that shit kills me, bro. And then I love Bill Burr. Bill Burr, I mean, everything but his TV shows, I really enjoy. Never been a fan of any of the TV shows.
Yeah, I didn't like his TV shows either.
But dude, his comedy, and like what I mean by his comedies, I'm not even talking about his specials, but like just him being comedic, you know? Like when he's on those day shows and he's just making people feel uncomfortable. Or he did that one really funny one. It was either Conan or like fucking Jimmy Fallon, where they're talking about the election, and he's like going in on fucking Hillary, and no one knows to laugh or to like to just sit there and be angry. And he's like, "Come on, dude, you had it in the 4th quarter, and you just fucking let it slip." Like, he's not even trying to be funny there. He's actually just fucking pissed off. But it is so funny the way he's saying it. Like, it kills me every time. It gets me every fucking time.
Have you not seen the H2H2 podcast with him?
Yeah, well, no, I've seen clips. I haven't watched. I can't stand fucking Ethan. I cannot stand that guy.
I can't stand Ethan either. But when I was watching, because I've seen him do it a few times now, if he thinks that the interviewer is a weak interviewer or he already
Oh
doesn't want to
yeah,
be there, it's a problem for you.
yeah,
Like it
yeah,
is 100. You are not going to have a good fucking time with this guy, and I and I actually appreciate that because he's a fucking professional. You know, you're going to call him
yeah.
out here to do this, and you're going to treat him like a 2-year-old. You know what I mean?
Well, he
Like,
also doesn't give a shit.
you've disrespected his time, and now he's. That's what I mean, and he can just disrespect you completely on your own
Yeah.
show in front of your own audience, and you can't do anything about it.
Well, yeah, he has the ultimate talking weapon, which is comedy, right? And most comedics know how to tear somebody down, right? Like they know how to get at you. They're comedic, especially somebody like Bill Burr's caliber. You know what I mean? Like there's levels to this, and Bill Burr's towards the tippy top. Yeah, and then I think what also about that interview that really killed Ethan for that is he thinks he's funny. You know, like he likes to think of himself as a comedian, and Bill Burr wasn't having any of that shit. He was like, "You're not funny, kid. Like you call yourself a comedian. I'm a comedian. You're just some fucking kid on YouTube who likes to tell dumb jokes." And like that was to me, that's like the vibe of the whole interview. Is like Ethan just wants to be accepted as a funny comedian, and Bill Burr's like, "Get back in your fucking place, you fucking pleb. Know where your fucking place is."
On someone else's. I think that was a Bobby Lee podcast. Bobby Lee was on a podcast where someone did something really similar to him, where he was like a young comedian, and his feelings were getting hurt when Bobby Lee was giving him a hard time. And it's so fucking funny and sad to watch because it's like, bro, like you're a comedian, make it funny. Don't be such a bitch about it.
I think it's one of those like you see
Like,
your idols.
like if someone starts cooking on you, bro, you cook on them back.
You for sure, especially Bobby Lee. He's an easy target, bro. The dude's literally sucked dick before in his life for fucking fun dip. You know what I mean? Like he's a fucking easy target. But maybe that makes him a hard target because he also doesn't give a shit about those things. Like he accepts that for who he is now. Like he's one of those weird people who you can't bring up like, bro, you suck some dude's dick for fun dip, and like he gets mad at it because like he's just genuinely accepted that as who he is. So maybe you can't actually like dig back at him. I've never seen him get hurt. I've never seen Bobby Lee in his feelings, you know, not like truly. I've definitely seen him play the part.
Yeah, I thought that was sad too because it's like Bill Burr. I do love how he kind of destroys people sometimes. Or if they ask him they get one question, they ask him a stupid question, he just gets mad.
Yeah,
and it's like I understand it because he just wants to move on to the next thing. You know,
yeah.
he just wants to get to the next thing.
He's definitely only being interviewed because he's legally obligated. He would not be here otherwise. Oh, at least for like the Ethan thing, he thought it'd be a good promotion, and turns out it was just some fucking autistic kid asking him dumb questions. Like, what's that? The clip is where he's asking about his family, and he's like, "Can you just shut the fuck up? Like, I'm not going to talk about that out here. You're an idiot." And it's like Bill Burr actually being like 100% real. He's not even trying to make a joke. He's like, "Shut the fuck up."
To be fair, Bill Burr went back. It was like, you know what, you guys are all right.
Yeah, because he
But
felt
yeah,
bad.
that first impression for him is so big, and you can tell.
Yeah.
You can fucking tell when the first impression goes wrong for Bill.
There's that other viral clip where that like lady asked him like, "Do you think women are funny?" He's like, "The fuck? What kind of question is that? Of course women are funny." He's like, "Why wouldn't I think women are funny?" He's like, "You just suck at telling fucking jokes, you know? Like, get it in your fucking head, figure it out, and go be funny like the rest of us." He's like, "What a fucking stupid question." Yeah, I could go. I love Bill Burr. I could talk about that dude forever. He's one of the few things that gives me hope for the world, you know? Like, there's still people out there. Not only people like him, he's raising children, you know? Like, there's fucking hope.
Yeah, if you've never seen, well, I think everybody on planet Earth has seen Bill Cosby himself. But if you haven't seen that Christopher Titus, Norman Rockwell is Bleeding special, it is so fucking funny, man.
I've literally watched it with
Like,
him.
that's
Had it
probably
on
one
DVD.
of the first ones I've ever seen.
You like had it on DVD.
Oh, did we really?
Yeah, literally. We were like high as shit
Oh,
at
that's
Taylor's house. I watched that in sight.
That's probably true.
Yeah, it's 100% true.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I saw that special. I would have never watched that outside of you being like, "It's really good. You got to watch it." And then you like brought the fucking movie to watch. I was like, "Well, we might as well watch it." And then we watched just every psych
I like to
episode ever.
supply the goods.
Yeah.
You know, I saw it at the Best Buy for $35, the entire series, and I was like, you know what? I don't own it. I might as well.
What, Psych?
Because that was my mom owned it. Yeah, my
Yeah.
mom has the whole DVD collection. So when I moved out, I had to get my own.
Yeah, that shit still holds up.
It's like fuck,
fucking 10 years later. It's still a good show.
It's like one day I'm gonna need to watch an episode of this show, and I need to have the ability to watch it. Like the season finale of the first season, and then there's the Friday the 13th parody they do. Those are some of the best episodes of TV ever fucking made. They are so funny, man.
I like the movies too. Not
Yeah,
the
the
best,
set I
but they're
bought
not
has the musical and yeah, I mean it's more psych. Who doesn't want that as a psycho or a psych fan?
The musical I thought was better than I expected. I didn't think they could do a good musical, but it turned out all right.
I haven't seen the musical yet. I've only seen the two. I think it's 2 movies. I've seen the 2 movies, but I have not seen the musical yet.
There's 3 movies now, but the other one came out like fucking. I think it was COVID, 2020. The last movie that came out.
Okay, yeah, I've seen all 3 of them then. You're right, because I have seen that. I forgot that was a movie.
And then the musical. Was the musical included in one of those movies? I think the musical is one of those movies.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing the musical. Oh fuck, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to break out the whole collection now, and I'm about to sit here and watch a goddamn musical tonight.
The musical's good. Like I said, I didn't. When they were like psych musical, I was like, eh. But then I watched it because, of course, right? You gotta watch it. And I was like, you know what? This isn't terrible. They did a very good job for what I was expecting to be bad.
It's kind of sad. I haven't seen those guys go on and do anything cool. I for sure thought one of them, like Dooley Hill, kind of already had a career before that show, but I haven't seen him in fucking anything.
Yeah,
it's like Corbin Bernsen's on the end of his career.
I mean, what do you?
Sean James Roday.
He's done a couple things, but nothing of note. But like, what are you gonna do after that? You know, like it's just one of those. It's one of those two-edged swords, right? Because it was such a good TV show that you would expect people to want him to do something. But like, what are they gonna want him to do outside of be Sean from Psych? You know, like that's what else are they gonna want from him outside of that?
That's true. I think he's tried to write stuff or maybe direct stuff. Because I know he directed a couple episodes of the show. But I was really surprised Dooley Hill has not really done anything else. I mean, he was in She's All That, by God.
Yeah, I feel like he was the only one who could have had a solo career outside of that, though. Like I said, because I mean, when you think of what's his face, you're like Sean from Psych. Like, how are you gonna cast him as anything other than that? You know, you can't cast him in the fucking serious lead role of the fucking Twilight series. You know what I mean? You can't play fucking Edward. Even though he did try.
I was about to say, just give him a go. We'll see how it plays out.
I mean, we all saw the vampire episode, and he wasn't a great vampire.
True. Yeah, that was a good show, man. There was a lot of good shows back then. That was like the golden age of TV, and it unfortunately has ended. But it had a good like 2000 or 10-year run where there was just bangers all the time.
Yeah, don't even get me started on news.
Like near the end of like halfway through the end of X-Files.
I can't stand TV shows.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest about this writer strike. This writer strike is so fucking funny because these are TV show writers that are striking. Well, I guess all of them are technically, but it's mostly because of the TV show people. And it's like, bro, AI could literally write an episode of Law and Order. Like that is not something that AI couldn't do. Like you're acting like this is some kind of high art, like a fucking Martin Scorsese movie or something. Like,
bro, give AI long enough, they'll write a Martin Scorsese movie too. Hell, they probably could do it now if you just let it. If you just fed it everything he's ever done, like ever touched, he'd be like, "Make me another one." It probably could. It's just crazy, bro. Did you see that list that came around that was like everything that's going to go obsolete because of AI in the next 5 years? It's like 90% of the tech industry is just going to be obsolete in 5 years. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's already going back though to how it used to be. Like all these larger companies are shutting down so many of these stores. They're running as close to or 100% efficiency as possible. You think AI is going to make it even more? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so they can consolidate even more, and then it's going to revert back to like smaller businesses having same day stuff and just Walmart and Amazon delivering stuff to your home. That's going to be what the future is.
Yeah, for sure.
Can we talk about why people keep telling me that electric cars aren't the future?
Who's saying that?
So many people. It's funny because it comes from the same type of people that hate self checkout at Walmart. It's like the same person.
Who hates self checkout at Walmart? That's just so convenient for me. I don't have to make small talk to some fucking person, be awkward. I have social anxiety. I don't like talking to fucking people. Now I just get to go sit there and look at a camera, smile, and be like, haha, I'm probably the only person not stealing shit today. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's wild to me. And I have to explain to people, it's not there's a competition between electric and gas cars. There was never a competition between electric and gas cars.
Is that what they think? Is that why they think that?
That's why I try to explain to them. Yeah, it's like I try to tell them, you sound like a person who owns a bunch of horses that says a car is never going to be better than these. That's who you sound like.
Exactly. That's exactly what you sound like.
It's like, it's
sound
so
like a fucking
delusional. I can't even.
Not Mormons.
I
Fuck,
can't even begin to calculate where you begin at. Oh, they have gangs.
What are those fucking dudes?
Oh no, Amish.
Not the Mormons, the Amish. Yeah,
the Amish.
That's like saying you're a fucking Amish guy, dude. You don't believe in technology, even though we clearly know it's superior. Like, yeah, man.
I don't believe in
That's like people are like.
They keep doing. Tell them is like there is no war. It's over.
Yeah, they keep doing hit pieces on like self-driving cars. I'm like, that is literally the future. You know how much safer driving is gonna be? I don't have to worry about fucking Jim Bob drinking all day and going home. Like, it's gonna be so much fucking safer to have self-driving cars. Like, you guys are fucking nuts if you don't think this is where we're going. And then, lo and behold, look at every new car manufacturer popping out new cars with some kind of electric self-driving capability. Like, yeah, no fucking shit, dude. This is definitely the way we're going. That's crazy.
It's so weird to me when people like they try to argue, and I swear to God, it's the same people that hate self checkouts, and it's like, why? Why do you like? Because then you're gonna complain, oh, you overcharged me. You know what I mean? Like you can't then you just leave, and it's like whatever.
It's just Karens, bro. They don't have a person to yell at. It's just machines to yell at, so they don't like it.
You can't intimidate a machine, turns out, or at least not right now.
Yeah, you can't be like, where's your fucking manager? Like, bitch, I'm a camera. Bitch, I'm a barcode
you're the
scanner.
one did everything, not me. Yeah, the electric car shit is just so funny to me. And it's so funny that you haven't talked to any of these people. I guess I just get forced into conversations.
Yeah, I guess you get forced
into them. It's just, Jesus Christ.
To be fair, somebody starts saying that shit to me.
People have told me crazy shit.
If somebody just starts saying that shit to me, I'm just done. You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm not continuing the conversation with them. It's obviously going to go nowhere. I'm just going to get frustrated and pissed off because of how stupid they're being. Like, how willfully ignorant they want to be to a situation, you know? That's not worth my time. I'm 30 now, bro. I just turned fucking 30. I ain't dealing with this shit no more. My life's half over. Ain't got time for this bullshit.
True. Yeah, it's crazy. This one guy, he was like probably 80, 85, somewhere in there. He's like, when I was 72, I could deadlift 1,000 pounds because of this vitamin. And he tried to sell me on like his pyramid scheme or whatever. And I'm like, bro, like your first step was telling me that 75 you could deadlift 1,000 pounds. That was your first mistake because I know that's not true.
Yeah.
Like, anybody would 100% guarantee that's not true.
Bro, anybody with half a brain knows you can't deadlift a fucking 1,000 pounds. There's only like maybe 2 people in the world who could even try.
So I was about to say, it's like my dad might have been good at like 500, 450, something like that. Like that feels like a lot to me. Fuck, but this guy is like 1,000 pounds. Like, there's zero fucking chance. It's like you
Zero
need to
chance.
start with something more fucking believable than that. You surely, because if that's where your presentation starts, then it's about to get real wild. My goodness gracious.
So it's basically just turned into a podcast, huh? Only 2 men
Yeah.
have ever managed to lift 500 kgs. 2. And that's Eddie Hall and Hathor
really?
Bjornsson, the fucking mountain himself. 2. I was right. There are only 2 people in the world, bro. 500 kg. And it's goddamn mountain himself from Game of Thrones. And then some short little... I say short, he's 6'4". Some fucking stocky little British guy, Eddie Hall.
Jesus.
2 people
Well,
in
that's
existence.
how you know that shit's heavy.
Yeah. I'm surprised that guy... dude, he either thinks you're an idiot or he's just talked to so many idiots that they believe it, you know? One of the two. He must have looked at you and been like, that guy would
like
believe
82, bro. This could not be working out for him.
it.
Yeah, and like I've been pitched multiple of these fucking pyramid schemes at work. Bro.
What?
And so many of them focus on my receding hairline. And like they're like, oh, we can get that hair back. It's like, bro, my family hasn't had hair in like 600 years.
Bro, just eat a dick. How about that?
You think it's like you think some magical remedy is gonna unfuck my genetics? I don't know what to tell you, but it's like I have a fucking what kind what is that that type of ancestral memory or something where it's like your blood remembers. That's how long I go back being bald in my family. It's like they just bully me because I'm bald. This is so outrageous.
They're like, oh, he's bald. He'll obviously care about that.
I'm buying into your pyramid scheme now.
Why are pyramid schemes
I don't give
so...
a fuck about being bald. Everyone knows.
Go ahead. I just don't know why they're such a thing.
What's your favorite scheme?
Oh, I just don't know why pyramid schemes are such still a thing.
Brother, I couldn't even begin to tell you. I don't know how people keep joining them. I don't know how it keeps happening. Frankly, I don't know how they're still fucking legal.
They're literally legal by a 0.5%. That's all. That's the only thing that distinguishes a pyramid scheme from a Ponzi scheme is a fucking percentage. A fucking percentage, bro. It's just how much money are you making from the people you're selling your product to? That's it. That blows my mind every time. It's like the U.S. government recognizes the same thing. They just say, look, keep it on this side of the percentile, and we look the other way. Like, that's fucking nuts. Blows my mind.
Yeah, it's a weird one, man. Especially when you know that it's like predatory marketing. Like I mean, it's harder for me to believe that there's not some way to handle this. Yeah. I mean, other than not joining them, obviously, but like surely one person can figure out how to get this under control. Because Lululemon is still in fucking business.
So is Herbalife.
Herbalife sucks.
Bro, Herbalife is huge outside the United States, man. They paid that one footballer or soccer player so much money to be endorsed by them. It's crazy how much money they have. And it's almost like the majority of their market is not in the United States anymore, I don't think.
Well, it's because they figured out that other places don't have the same bullshit laws that we do and get away with it a little bit easier. Because, like, really, do you want to keep your shit under a certain percentile? You know, no, you want the extra percentile so you can get all that extra money from the people. It's just crazy. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think we both had the same view on it, too. Like, I wouldn't mind it as much if it wasn't so predatory on people. I feel like we're both kind of in that same boat. Like, I wouldn't care what the fuck you're doing, but my problem is that it like seeks out and finds a certain type of person who is gullible to joining these types of things. That kind of upsets me.
Yeah, if it was way more based on actually selling stuff other than recruiting, I wouldn't have such a big problem with it. But it is so every time these fucking things are so biased towards just getting more people instead of selling the actual product.
Well, of course, that's how they
So
make their money.
That is not a business. Yeah, I know that's how they make their fucking money, but it's not. I mean, it's a business model, but it's a scam. And the fact that you can't see that, or you do see it, and you just want to be high up in the scam.
Yeah. Well, of course you want to. Yeah, dude.
I guess
You always want to be.
into...
Yeah, you always want to be at the top of the scam, right? Like, look at fucking. Speaking of what's his name, the FTX shit, bro. That dude still got so much money out of that, it didn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, hey man, you see like you see a new startup pyramid scheme, and then you just join it as fast as possible. And then you hit up your other friends that are already also in pyramid schemes, and then you get them into that pyramid scheme as well.
Yeah, this is what they really mean.
In everyone's pyramid schemes. That's real friendship.
This is what they really mean by getting it on the ground level. You know what I mean? You gotta get in at the base of the pyramid. Work right before it goes to the tippy top.
That's real dedication to the company. But I have seen a couple of them go legit. They have swapped their business model around towards more of a corporate structure, like a traditional corporate structure. And the people that had like all these downlines all of a sudden were not making any money because they don't make any sales themselves.
Wait, who's done that?
So a bunch of them just ended up quitting. That was hang on, I have to look up the big one. Stream did it.
Who?
But there's a Stream did it.
I don't even know what that is. Man, you really do know more. You really do get hit up with these things more than I do. I only know like the OG fucking MLMs.
No, we both know Stream, brother.
Oh, wait.
Do you know what I mean?
Is that the is that the one I'm thinking it's supposed to be?
It's who you think it is. It is who you think it is. Yes.
Oh, so they went legit? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that is allegedly.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, it sucks. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. I'm still trying to find this. Oh fuck! I know it was a big one. But yeah, I get into this shit, man. I gotta. I'm like, I gotta follow this because I just despise it so much.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Alright, I gotta call it here on the music project.
We
I gotta go make some food. Your boy's hungry.
all right, sounds good, brother. Later, dude.
Okay, bye.